Hey guys, it's me, the Methods Man. Thanks for the feedback on the last video. Today you guys wanted to look at some qualitative method, basically get the emotional response, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're looking at interviews today. Okay, so with interviews, basically it's a discussion between two people where questions are fired off from the interviewer to the interviewee. And yes, this means you get the qualitative response. So you can ask questions such as, why do you think that? Why do you think this? And yeah, it's just a really good method. Perhaps one of the main benefits you get out of this, which was lacking in questionnaires, is you get to see like the response from the person. So you get to see every squirm, every smile, every little thing they do when you ask them a question or when they're responding to it. Like I say, you don't really get these questionnaires. Interviews are quite common, and I think personally they go hand in hand with questionnaires. What I mean by that is you get the general consensus with the questionnaires. Whereas with interviews, you get that emotion or the explanation and the raw reason why, basically. It's all about the why. Again, interviews vary. There's different types. You can do them face-to-face, through Skype, through email, etc., etc., and over different mediums. Through phone as well, but with the phone, you're missing that slightly, the emotional response. So you can't actually see them, obviously, so you can't see them smiling, being upset, etc., etc. But the pros and cons for all of them, really. But the pros of face-to-face is you can build up the rapport with the person. This means that they're more likely to be open with you and give you a richer emotional response. However, for some people, it can be quite nerve-wracking to talk face-to-face. Yeah, for Skype and phone interviews, etc. It's the ease of availability. You can be sat at home in your PJs, conduct an interview. If you want, both parties could be sat at home in the PJs and just conduct an interview. So yeah, it's the ease of availability. Again, for a con though, if you're lacking in if you don't have a Skype account or a laptop or a phone, etc., you can't really do that. So you're limited. But yeah, general pros and cons for the different types of interviews. Or how you conduct the interview, should I say. The types of interviews you can do a semi-structured, unstructured, structured approach. The type you do is dependent on the type of research you're doing, how many interviews you're conducting, and the time you have doing it. And again, if you're doing exploratory research or if you're researching an established area, it'll change slightly the type of interview you do. Overall, though, if we look at some of the pros and cons to help you make your decision, some of the pros we can look at are basically the quality of response you get from interviews, which was mentioned right at the start. You get that emotional response, the emotional descriptive response, and explanations, the reasons. Another pro is they're fairly straightforward to do. Really, interviews, all you need is one person to interview, and yeah, fire some questions, transcribe it. Again, with questions you can ask loads of follow-up questions. So again, a great pro for this is the interview might bring up loads of basically different avenues and angles you've not thought of. So yeah, the amount of responses you get is crazy, to be fair. If we look at some of the cons, usually, especially if you're being interviewed for sensitive projects, some people are unwilling basically to be interviewed. You may need to fork out for lunch or a small gift if you're trying to persuade someone. And although it may not seem time consuming, you do have to transcribe interviews usually, so that does take a while. So just something to think about, you guys. Again, thanks for listening. Hope I haven't bored you too much. And yeah, just give me a thumbs up and a like. Next video will be up next week on Monday evening. So yeah, thumbs up and thank you guys.